Meteorologist Kaylee Went is tracking the forecast, and the wind really causing a lot of the issues today.
Yeah, not only are we seeing down trees, we're seeing down power lines and also flooding. And I wanted to show you a picture that one of my friends just sent me. It's at Black Rock Canal in Buffalo. And on the left-hand side of that lock, you can see water overflowing. And it's not good if that happens for a couple of reasons. Number one, it puts too much pressures on the gate there. It's not good for the gates. But also, if it does continue to flow over, that water has a risk of flooding the Niagara River, areas along the shoreline. So this is going to be another area we closely are watching as we move throughout the afternoon. We do now have flash flood watches in place for both Niagara and Erie County. Again, it's primarily the Niagara River and surrounding areas that we are watching. In addition to the watches, we've got lakeshore flood warnings in place, and that's what's being shown right here in these darker green hues for Chautauqua and Erie County. And that has nothing to do with the Niagara River. That has everything to do with the seiche that's taking place on Lake Erie right now. And to put it into perspective for you, so far we've seen the lake rise over 3 feet within the last just few hours here. So definitely a concern as we move throughout the afternoon. And then, of course, we've got those high wind warnings in place for all of western New York through 8 p.m. tonight, and for good reason. These are sustained winds. They're between about 30 and 40 miles per hour. Wind gusts, of course, a lot higher than that. We're seeing them right around 61 degrees for Dunkirk, 55 at the Buffalo airport, and 58 up in the Falls. If you have further inland, the wind gusts aren't as bad, but overall, this is a pretty serious situation for a number of reasons. These are all the storm reports that have been sent into our newsroom, into the National Weather Service since 9 o'clock. So just a few hours, all of these have trickled in from the Buffalo Metro over towards Rochester as well. And I want to pull up just a few of them for you. We had those trees down, the picture Mel just showed you, being reported at about 8:30. In Boston, we've got a couple of trees and wires down on Back Creek Road. And then, of course, we've got even more damage in Genesee County, a tree down on a house on Killian Road. So a lot of damage reported. That was just a few of the many that have been sent in. Now, speaking in terms of this afternoon, wind gusts are going to stay very breezy, very dangerous, and could cause some more power outages and potential damage throughout the afternoon. Because notice by about 4 o'clock, we're still staying near that 40-mile-per-hour mark. It's not until about 8 p.m. tonight, when those warnings do expire, that the winds start to back off into the teens once again. So we've got another 8 hours of this pretty active weather. In terms of the temperature, temperatures have dropped down into the upper 30s, even low 30s, mainly south of the city of Buffalo. That has switched some of those rain showers over to snowflakes. Still north of the city, we're dealing with just a little bit of drizzle. But again, throughout the evening, once this temperature continues to fall below freezing for everybody, we're going to be having those snow showers continue. It's not going to drop a ton of accumulation, but it is something to make note of, because it's not only tonight, it's tomorrow as well. Tomorrow's snow, however, switches over to that lake effect variety. So a recap for you today, we're talking about the winds. Obviously, we're going to be watching this all evening long. Meteorologist Todd Santos is in from 4 all the way through 11:30. He's going to be keeping you updated. If you do happen to lose power, our 4-1 weather app is a great way to get the same information that you could typically get here on TV. Tonight, temperatures dropping down into the mid-20s. And then, of course, the remainder of the 7-day forecast, we're looking at temperatures that are in the 30s for Thursday all the way through the weekend. It's not again until Monday and Tuesday of next week that we climb back into the low 40s.
Kaylee, thanks. We are working on